Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amateur Hour Gaming. Today, I've got a surprise. I'm going to be playing Pokemon Gold. It is one of my favorite games of all time, one of the most influential games of my life, and what I consider to be the best Pokemon game. So we'll watch this beginning trailer. Let's go through a little background on the game. Is Pokemon Gold and Silver were the second games in the Pokemon series, and they came out in 1999 in Japan, 2000 in America and Australia, and 2001 in Europe. And personally, I got this game for my 10th birthday. And I still remember opening it and getting it. I was in Minnesota with my cousin who liked Pokemon as well. And in my school, people were made fun of for liking Pokemon. That was something you had to keep secret. And so talking to him about Pokemon was great. And I remember opening it and I just got so excited that I shoved it in his face. I didn't mean it in a mean way, but my mom was like, "Tommy, don't do that." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm just so excited. Look, it's my own Pokemon game." And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you just my memories about it, why it's so important to me, why I love it. Well, you woke me up. Will you check the clock for me? What time is it? And okay, right away at this part, I thought that this was the only options for the time. Oh man, I'm really stuffy this morning. I thought these were the only options for the time. Like you had to pick whatever o'clock. So I waited. It was like 1:45 or something. So I waited until 2 o'clock to hit A. I kept it on, kept it running. I was like, I gotta wait. I want this time to be exact. And then, sure enough, after I selected that, what? More 9 o'clock? How many minutes? As a normal person asked. Then it asked for the minutes. I felt so dumb. I was like, I've wasted so much time. But that's what a 10-year-old does. 34 minutes? Yeah, that's actually what time it is right now. More 9:34. I overslept. Then you just wake up to this. My first Pokemon game was actually Pokemon Yellow, but I never beat it as a kid. It was too difficult, and I don't know. I never beat it. It was real hard. I got to the Elite Four once and never beat it. And then this game consumed me as a child. I had I had a full team. I loved the new Dark type, so I made a team with the 5 new Dark types and Meganium, my starter, and I leveled them up like crazy. Like I would just go to Mount Silver and just run up and down, up and down, up and down until all my Pokemon died, just getting as much levels as they can. I got 2 of them up to level 100, and man, it was just crazy. I don't know how I did that as a kid. I did that for hours and hours and hours. Now, what did you say your name was? Where I use my real name. So, you can pick lowercase letters, but I'm pretty sure all the talking is in uppercase letters, and it looks messed up if you don't. I was wrong. They're all lowercase. Okay. The graphics were so good. I'll be seeing you later. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I'm not gonna mess around with interacting with everything. Oh, this song. This is the only time you hear this song in the game. Your Pokemon gear is back. The Pokegear. That was a really neat thing. I should say, from what I remember of the first games, Red and Blue, well, I had Yellow, but from Red, Blue, and Yellow, it was just so basic. It was just run along catching Pokemon. Catching Pokemon, battling with them. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Yes. Oh, this question. I have no idea if it's daylight savings time now. I didn't know when I was 10. I don't know now. How do you, when the days come up and it's like, okay, we're springing forward, or okay, we're falling back, I get that, but which of them signifies that it's daylight savings time now? I'm just gonna say yes. I even asked my mom, and she's like, how the heck are we supposed to know? So a little swear there. Do you know how to use the phone? I love this. I love this because if you say yes or no, she gives you the same information. So I'm gonna say no. I'll read the instructions. Oh, I said no. I should have said yes. Anyways, if you say yes, she's like, yeah, don't you just turn on the Pokegear and select the phone icon? Gee, isn't that convenient? So the first game was pretty basic in what it was. You just ran around, caught Pokemon, fought with Pokemon. This game added so many mechanics that like actually built on everything, which is something I feel like the newer Pokemon games don't do. I'm not one of those people that hate the newer Pokemon games. I think they're just fine for what they are. Okay, one of the first cool things is this Pokegear. Look, you have a phone, and I can call my mom. Hello? Oh, hi, Tommy. Wasn't Professor Elm waiting for you? Click, and just hangs up. Oh my gosh, why do I have this stuck in my throat? Okay, sorry about that. I think I got it cleared out. You can save up to 10 numbers, I want to say. And you can call people at literally any time throughout the game. And you can just talk to them. I thought that was the coolest part. Not even anything super special. And, ooh, who's this bad boy? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Ooh, he kicked me in the butt. There are certain trainers who you can save their phone. After you beat them, they'll be like, wow, good battle. You want my phone number? We can battle again. And they'll call you randomly, and their team will be stronger. That's cool. And there are other ones that'll call and be like, dude, there's an outbreak of a Wooper. There's a whole bunch of Wooper here. You gotta get down here, man. And that's so cool. That's the only way to catch them, too, is when they tell you about it. I just got an email. I was like, email! Whoa. Could you look into it for us? I'll give you a Pokemon for a partner. They're all rare Pokemon that we just found. Go on, pick one. So who are we picking? Are we picking Cyndaquil? The squirrel type? No. I am thinking, I'm your partner. Okay, I gotta change that speed. This text speed is way too slow. No, fast. Do you want Feraligatr? Or Feraligatr? Totodile. Wow, I went right to the final form. No, we don't want Totodile. We want my girl, Chikorita! Yes. Always pick Chikorita. Yeah, it's tougher in the first gym, but it builds character. I don't ever give nicknames. We're gonna see if it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. Cherry Grove, it's almost a direct route to there. Only was hurt. You deal with this machine. Oh, here's my phone number. See? Look at that. You can just call them. This was like before cell phones were a thing too, so this was as crazy as that is to think about. Not before cell phones were a thing, but I was 10 years old. Cell phones were like advanced technology. Okay, let's see. It's a boy! I had a girl the first time I played. This dude's gonna give me some potions. I'm not trying to speed run this or anything. And then the adventure begins. Everything in color was super cool. Oh yeah, he's not gonna tell me how to catch Pokemon yet. I love the music. Okay, here we go. First battle. It's gonna be a Rattata or a Pidgey. It's a Pidgey. See, look at those colors. Isn't that great? And I like... Ooh, critical hit. Look at you go. It's one of those things where I don't understand how we knew how to do everything in the game. Like, there was a very famous cloning glitch where you could clone Pokemon and also duplicate items if you had them holding something, so you could get like infinite Master Balls and stuff. And what you would do is you would you would in the PC and Pokemon centers where you could move Pokemon around. When you would switch boxes, it would say saving, please don't turn off the power, and you would turn off the power at that point, which let me tell you, as a 10-year-old, is the most terrifying thing in the world. And when you turn it back on, for whatever reason, there would be 2 of that Pokemon. How did I know that as a child? That definitely wasn't in a guide. I didn't have the internet back then. I mean, maybe I did. Okay, we're just going to Cherry Grove City. Dang, we're getting a lot of battles. Sentret's a new Pokemon. There were tons of new Pokemon that I love, each and every one of. Am I gonna have to use a potion? Okay, that only did 3. Oh yeah, it's got a berry. Berries! Berries were a new feature. Having Pokemon hold them, I believe, is also a new feature. That added so much complexity to the game, having them able to hold berries and stuff. And there were berry trees in the world that would grow back berries that you could pick. All of this sounds, as I'm saying it, all of it sounds so simple and lame, but again, I have to specify, as a 10-year-old kid, incredible. All of this, incredible. We can't forget the most important thing, too, and that once you beat the game, once you beat the Elite Four, hey dude, you want to show me around, give me a town map? Once you beat the game, you beat every gym, you beat the Elite Four. I don't remember how it happens, but they're like, hey, go back to your hometown and why don't you surf across that ocean to the right? And this is a full, they don't cut anything. It's a full 8 gyms, Elite Four, and then you do that and they're like, whoa, go to the right, see what's there. And eventually you get to Kanto, the region from the first game, and you go through the whole thing. And it's like 5 years later, and there's 8 more gyms to do, and then you do another Elite Four run, I believe. It's crazy. They're like, hey, you get to see how the region changed in the years. Okay, I got the, oh, it's not a map, it's a map card for my Poke. Oh, I remember, oh man, I remember, do I have the Pokédex yet? I do not. I'll have to wait. Excuse me, sir. Yes, please heal my Pokemon. Yeah, like I said, my school, I went to a very small school. My graduating class when I graduated high school was only 51 people, which I know is unbelievable. My hometown was only 600 people. And yeah, no one, and I mean no one, liked Pokemon, except maybe one kid, but we didn't talk, really, because he was the nerd of the school, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to associate with him. 10-year-old stuff, you know, I'm different now. I'm making a Pokemon video for my YouTube channel. I'm different now. And yeah, no one liked Pokemon. You were actively made fun of if you like Pokemon. Your friends would look at you differently, they wouldn't talk to you. So I never had the cards growing up because I didn't have anyone to play with them against. I didn't know how the card game worked even. And yeah, I only had the games and I had to just keep to myself with them. Because yeah, no one would talk to me otherwise. Here's a berry tree. Got a berry. I don't even think they have just generic berries anymore. They're Orion berries. So if you're curious about what we're doing in regards to the story, Professor Elm, the new professor in this game, was like, hey, Mr. Pokemon called me and said he has something weird. Can you go check that out? And it's just a way for you to go through a bunch of stuff to level up your Chikorita for that first gym. We should be able to at least get there. Or do we have to go through the bell tower first? Oh, if only I had a Pokeball right now. And we made it! Oh! Hello, hello, you must be Tommy. I just love... An egg, a mystery egg. This introduced Pokemon breeding and eggs. In the first game, the daycare, you would just put there and it would level up your Pokemon automatically, which I thought at the time was like an actual strategy. I was like, I'm gonna put one of my best ones in there, and then I don't have to level it up. It doesn't die. Awesome. And it was so slow, and it was not a good time. But I just love Professor Oak standing by the computer there, just being like, I'm gonna wait for the perfect moment to turn around and blow this kid's mind. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's him! It's actually him! Mr. Pokemon, who? Why is that his name? Like, is that his actual family name, is Pokemon? He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. How would you like me to help you out? Yay! Complete that Pokédex. Going to Goldenrod. Oh, the radio! Yeah, that was... Oh, so cool. He can just heal Pokemon with the power of his hands or something. I love these cables showing just how crazy his computer is. It's like... It's cool. You can't sit on this couch, I don't believe. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. So... There are 3... Oh, Professor Elm's calling. Mommy, it's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. I love that. As 10-year-old me, I was like, what is going on? I gotta help. Okay, yeah, eggs. So you can breed Pokemon and they can make eggs. They introduced baby Pokemon in this one, like baby versions, pre-evolutions of other Pokemon. Like you had Igglybuff that turned into Jigglypuff, and Cleffa that turned into Clefairy. Pichu, obviously, that turned into Pikachu. And that was fine. I didn't like them because they were little weaklings, little baby weaklings. Didn't help my team any. But that was the only way to get some Pokemon, was to breed them. And yeah, just the introduction of eggs was super cool, that you could have a little Pokemon egg and walk around until it hatched, and be a proud mother or father. That was super cool. We're gonna skip that area there. One thing I'm not gonna go back up through the grass, but I never noticed until I read it in a guidebook. You're not supposed to be able to go to the next town, which is on this left side, and there are 2 people actually battling their Pokemon in the overworld. And you can see the Pokemon in the overworld. It's the lame, dang it. It's the lame, these sprites. But it was still cool to see that in the overworld. I totally missed that. I never went back up there until after I could see. Okay, let's heal. Well, that was just like bump. Another thing real quick, upstairs here is all the online stuff like trading or battling with friends, or the time machine. This allowed you to trade with someone who had red, blue, and yellow. And you couldn't trade, and you could only trade old Pokemon with old attacks to it, obviously. But still, yet another really cool thing. Okay, it's time for another embarrassing 10-year-old story. You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste, a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean! Oh. Question mark, question mark, question mark wants to battle. What does that mean, right? What is that, like... As a 10-year-old, I take everything at face value. Oh, that Leer sound, just laser beams out of his eyes. I took that at face value. I thought that was his name. I thought his name was 3 question marks. And I'm like, that's weird. I love these early battles, just tackling over and over again. Chikorita, you can't miss. This is a very important battle. I also like that In Gen 1, they specified in Pokemon Red and Blue. Ooh, this is gonna be tight. Oh man, that was close. Oh! Question mark, question mark, question mark was defeated. Are you happy you won? And it just gives me 300 bucks. My name's question mark, question mark, question mark. I thought that was his name. You know? He literally says, "This is my name." And I'm going to continue that story later. Another really cool feature of this game is they introduced, because of the clock, the internal clock in the game, there's a day-night cycle. There's actually like a dawn and dusk time too. But like, when it becomes nighttime, it actually becomes dark in the game, and there are different Pokemon out and about. You'll, like, here on this route, you can get Hoot Hoot at night, an owl Pokemon. And that was super cool. They removed that in the next games in the series, Ruby and Sapphire, which was crazy to me at the time. They would remove a feature that's so cool. They eventually added it back later, obviously, but it was just crazy to me. This is also the only game that has a second region and a second set of 8 gyms to get badges of. Apparently it was a young male with long red hair. That was the guy! I battled him. Did you happen to get his name? What did I name him when I was a 10-year-old? I named him 3 question marks. I'm sure I'm not the only one that did that, but... ever since then, I named them my real life, one of my best friends, Grant, because he was my rival in high school. He was always better than me at sports, so I'm gonna be better than him at video games. This is terrible. Oh yeah, here's the egg. What the? I love how no one has seen an egg up till this point. So ridiculous. Are you gonna give me Pokeballs? Or do I have to go to the... Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. And then this Totodile just stays in this ball for the rest of the game. Do you give me the Pokeballs? There we go. Thank you. We gotta go catch us a Geodude. Mother, I am leaving. What? She's just staring at the fridge. Ugh, classic mom. Wow, that's a cute Pokemon. Where'd you get it? So you're leaving on an adventure? Okay, I'll help too. What can I do for you? I know, I'll save money for you. This is the only time this happens in any series. Money's important. Do you want me to save your money? Yes, you say yes. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on! Get out of here! So, with your mom saving money for you, every time you do a battle and you get Pokemon or money from a trainer, some of it goes to her. And she will use it to buy things for your room. And eventually you get a giant Snorlax. I'm pretty sure that's the final thing. But you can decorate your room in tons of cool ways. Oh, you want to see how old this game is? Oh, there's no Nintendo? Huh. Pokédex show. Chikorita. Okay. Usually it has where you're playing that day's system. Did I not get... Where do I get the... I could have swore that I got... Okay. Maybe that's later. Yeah, that's later. I remember. Okay. Sorry. How many Pokemon have you caught? None. I'm a child. No. Anyway. I love that that's his tip. If you want to catch Pokemon, you have to walk a lot. Jerk. Oh, almost made it all the way through. Pidgey! In Pokemon Crystal, which is the third version of Gold and Silver, they added animations to the Pokemon when you first find them. Like when they come on the screen, the Pidgey will give a couple flaps, or they'll open their mouths. That was pretty cool. And when you'd enter a route, it would tell you what route you were on. Stay in the ball. Yay! It usually hides in tall grass because it dislikes fighting and protects itself by kicking up sand. No. What was I just saying? Oh, another, again, this is such a small thing, but it was huge in the eyes of a 10-year-old. In the first game, you would have the items tab, and it was just a running list of all the items you could hold. In this game, you have a backpack, and as you can see, there are different sections that hold your different things. And that was so cool to me. I was like, oh, I put my items in here, I put the Pokeballs in this pocket, the key items in the main thing, and the TMs, HMs over here. That's it. That's what I thought was super cool. There's an item over here. Isn't it potions or something? Let's go get it. Okay. That was obviously a mistake. It's gonna be a level 4 Pidgey. Nope. 2. They, up under the P, you can see the little Pokeball symbol. That shows that you already caught it. I'm decently sure that wasn't in the first games. Just tons and tons of quality of life improvements. And it was just a step beyond Red and Blue that I don't feel like any other Pokemon game has reached. Chikorita, that's like 3 attacks you've missed. What are you doing? Yay! Razor Leaf. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do this in Pokemon Red and Blue, but you can move the moves around. And I would always order them by attack because the only attacks I wanted are attacks that did damage. No status effects for me. We doing damage. And I will admit, as an adult now, I realize that Chikorita has one of the worst move pools possible. Razor Leaf is the last... am I right? Razor Leaf is the last grass type move it learns until Solar Beam when it's like fully evolved. I know there's Magical Leaf too, but was that in this game or was that in a later one? Because it was so weak on moves. Good job, Chikorita. I was so stubborn in using the strongest attacks that even when I knew it was weak, I would be like, I'm using Solar Beam because it's stronger. Okay, we're going to risk it. I'm kind of low on health. But we're going to risk it, and I'm going to try a Razor Leaf on one Geodude. Pro tip, up here is Geodude, which really helps for the first gym. That's a Spearow, though. That's not Geodude at all. It's only level 2, though, so we should be okay. Yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna get... I don't even think I need to... Should I use a potion? I'll use a potion. Oops. There you go. And the reason that holding berries was so cool was because in battle, when you use a potion, that uses up your turn. Your Pokemon can't attack because you used the potion. But if you have it hold a berry, it eats it on its own. So it can eat it and, it can eat the berry... It can eat the berry and you can attack at the same time. My brain is just not thinking today. Perfect. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is gonna be an easy catch. It's super effective. Spearow never lasted long on my team. My original team was... like the one I beat the Elite Four with was Meganium, which is what Chikorita evolves into, a Tyranitar. I'm pretty sure I had a Pidgeotto. I want to say that I had... Man, this is harder to remember than I thought it would be. I'm pretty sure I had... Gosh, I don't remember. That makes me sad. Alright, enough with the Spearow! Man, should I even use the Razor Leaf? I'm afraid it's going to be too strong. Depends on what level the Geodude is. I'm not wrong in thinking there's one here, right? I distinctly remember that. I gotta look it up. A cool thing. Pokemon Gold Lemon. That's what my auto-corrected. Pokemon Gold Geodude. A cool thing about this route is, like, it's one of the first ones you can go into, but it's also the route you go on last after you beat the final gym. There it is! Right when I opened the Cerebi page. There it is. So, back down. Okay. Level 2, so we're not going to use Razor Leaf. We're going to do the most boring, slow fight, because it's not very effective. How much is this going to do? Okay, so we got time. We got time! Man, I don't remember if I can just go to the first gym, or if I go to the bell tower first. Hoping I can just go to the gym, even though I'd be very under-leveled, though. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want to risk it and do a critical hit. Yeah! Most people may not notice, but a closer look should reveal that there are many Geodude around. Just everywhere. Okay, let's move you to there so that we can start leveling you up. Man, my Pokemon are all so hurt. I've never done a Nuzlocke run. That's not appealing to me. It just isn't. I mean, nothing against that style or people who like doing that. It's just not for me. If you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, when you enter an area, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you see. That's the only one that you can throw a Pokeball at. And if you miss, you just can't catch any Pokemon on that route. And if your Pokemon pass out, faint, you have to release them. They're considered dead. And you have to give a nickname to every one of them. And that's too much for me. That's too stressful. I play in this game for the fun. Alright, Geodude. Oh, excellent. We're gonna have a fun fight here. I should no, I'm not gonna catch it because you gotta catch Caterpie so that your Metapod isn't useless. Oh boy! We're gonna stick through this. I'm not switching. He needs all of the experience points. Level 4 and it's a second form? Yeah, just keep hardening. I feel like I haven't properly explained why I consider this to be the best Pokemon Go game, but it's like, it's all these simple things, like the graphics are better, there's so much color. They added the phone, you could go to another region. I can't stress to you how much I played this game as a child. It's crazy to me how repetition as a kid was meaningless. Things didn't get repetitive, and I don't understand that. I had the first Crash Bandicoot game, and I would play that first level over and over and over and over and over again endlessly until I got to 99 lives. Just like memorize it like I was a machine. Just going through the motions over and over again to get 99 lives because I was confident in myself that I wouldn't die. Unlike the boulder level, which scared the crap out of me and I wouldn't play. Just weird. It's crazy to me that at this time in 2000, had the Nintendo 64 was out by then, right? Let me look. N64. Yeah, the Nintendo 64 came out in 1996 and it was discontinued in 2002. So when this came out, when this game came out, it was at the same time as the Nintendo 64. And just look at the difference in graphics between that and this. The Nintendo 64, obviously, 3D with polygons, all that stuff. It looked great when I was a kid. And this was handhelds at the time. And if you look now, we've got the... excuse me. We've got the Nintendo Switch, which is the home console and the handheld, and it's the same. It's crazy how much handheld graphics have caught up in that amount of time. I didn't have a... Oh, youngster Joey! With his Rattata. Oh, what a boss. Legendary. Legendary youngster Joey. I cannot stress that enough. Oh my gosh. Forgot about how weak this Geodude is. Six. Okay, that's risky. I don't want to risk it. I didn't have a Nintendo 64 growing up. I remember my parents had a Nintendo, the original Nintendo. I remember that. And then, look at that. Oh, look at those graphics for that Razor Leaf. Incredible. Incredible. We had a Nintendo. I do not remember ever having a Super Nintendo. And then the next in my memory is a PlayStation. We had a PlayStation and did a ton of stuff. And it's, man, thinking back on this now, I don't consider my dad a gamer in my adult life, but looking back on it, he definitely was. Give me your phone number. This is weird to me thinking about this right now, that he had figured out, again, I don't know how because we didn't have the internet back then, he had figured out how to burn PlayStation games. Don't tell the FBI this. He figured out how to burn PlayStation games onto a disc, and then we had this technique to play them where you would put a real game in, and then after the loading screen, you would switch it out real quick. We had to have a toothpick on the opening latch for the lid, so that it wouldn't recognize that you opened it, and you would switch it out. And it was some die-hard game. It was some crappy die-hard on-rails shooter that was not fun to play. But yeah, he knew how to do that, and he had a PlayStation and all the games and stuff. And I guess now he doesn't really play games so much anymore. He has a 3DS, and all he plays is Zelda and Pokemon. I've run out of things to say about Pokemon Gold. If you don't think it's the best game ever, I don't know what else to tell you. We had a PlayStation. No, I'm not switching Pokemon. We had a PlayStation, and I remember Crash Bandicoot was very important to me. All the Crash Bandicoot games, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash. I don't remember. We had Madden. I played a ton of Madden. Oh my gosh. We had the one with Dante Culpepper on the cover because Minnesota. And that was another game that I just played an unreasonable amount of. I had a notebook and I would simulate the seasons. I wouldn't actually play the game. I would simulate the seasons, and I would record the results, and I would watch. You stop it. I would watch the playoff games, watch them being simulated, and I would like write down the scores and the stats after each quarter. I would write down the important things to do, and I would bring that notebook with me to school. I would bring it with me to school, and I would show my friends, and I'd be like, hey, do you want to know what's going to happen in 2003? The Broncos are going to win. He's going to fumble it in the fourth quarter. It's crazy. It's crazy. And when I actually played the game, if you're an older person like me who remembers the Minnesota Vikings, they had Randy Moss and Chris Carter as their wide receivers. One of the best 1-2 wide receiver punches in NFL history. I don't watch much NFL now, so I'm sorry if that's incorrect, but I'm just going to say it. And, ooh, Caterpie. And so what I would do, as a kid, I would run the same play on offense every single time. It was halfback screen, which even then I didn't know what the purpose of halfback screen was. What I saw was that Chris Carter and Randy Moss just both run all the way down the field straight, and I can just throw the ball to them. That's what I ran every time. And now as an adult, if you don't know anything about football, that play specifically, the receivers are meaningless. You do not throw to the receivers on halfback screen. What they're supposed to do is run deep and take the defenders with them so that they're less. And then the linemen, the people in front of the quarterback, let the defenders run to the quarterback so that he can dump it off to the halfback. That's why it's called a halfback screen. And the halfback hypothetically has a bunch of blockers in front of him. You're not supposed to throw it to the wide receivers, but I did it every time. I would alternate. I'd throw to Chris Carter, then I throw to Randy Moss. Ugh. The things I did as a kid are just crazy to me. And we had a baseball game, MLB 2000 or something, by 989 Studios. I have deep memories of that. And then after that, it was I got my first console that was my own. My mom, for Christmas, said I could get... I gotta look this up just to make sure I'm right on this thought. She said I could get an Xbox or a GameCube. I don't know why the PlayStation wasn't an option, but those were my choices. And all my friends had Xbox. All my cool friends had Xbox, but as a youngster, I knew that we weren't the most wealthy family. We were definitely a lower or middle class family, and I knew that it would be hard for my parents to pay $300 for a console. So I was like, I want the GameCube. No one else I knew had the GameCube. I knew I couldn't play games with my friends, but I was like, give me the GameCube. I'll love it, and I did love it. My mom, years later, she was like, I was so happy you picked the GameCube because I didn't know if we had enough for the Xbox. She said she would have made it work, but it would have been difficult. And I always appreciated that. And yeah, I love my GameCube. I did. I had one of my first games was Soul Calibur 2, which I've never played a fighting game since then. So that's weird that I played that one a bunch. I wasn't very good at it. What else did I have with GameCube? Oh, I want this item, but I don't want to... Oh, I don't have to fight this guy. Okay. We're going to skip this fight for now because I need Geodude to get the bulk of the experience. And the GameCube was only $200 on release, $100 lower than that of the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, according to Wikipedia here. Yeah, I had a GameCube. Liked it. I don't really have a lot of... I had Pokemon, or not Pokemon, I had Smash. I had Smash and I was terrible at it. Oh yeah. Oops, I forgot about that. Whoa! That did more damage than Tackle! I wasn't paying attention! Oh well, that's fine. He wouldn't have gotten a lot of experience anyways. Oh, Paper Mario. Paper Mario was a hugely influential game to me as well. That was a... Shoot. Yeah, I'll just keep going on consoles. I had the GameCube, and then I went to the Nintendo Wii. I remember going over to a friend's house in my tiny hometown, and I need to get that Rock Blast or whatever it is. I went over to a friend's house who had a Nintendo Wii, and we played Wii Sports, and it blew my mind. I remember watching E3 as a youngster and them showing the controller and being like, it's motion controls. You use motion to control the games. And everyone knocked it. They were like, this is the stupidest thing ever. What is Nintendo thinking? Is it even going to work? Like, most people were like, there's no way this is going to work. And sure enough, it did work. I played it at my friend's house and was just mind blown at it working. We played Wii Sports Tennis, and I was like, this is unbelievable. I would waggle that controller back and forth, and I was like, look, it's working. It's it's working. And I had to get one. And so my mom, who worked at Walmart at the time, went with me before they opened, because that was before the Walmart was 24 hours. It was a small one. Went there before they opened to help me get one. I gotta say, just thinking about this and talking about this right now, major props to my mom for always supporting me in my video games. I gotta say, I don't know, the first one I bought all on my own, that wasn't from a trade-in or anything, Poison, rock types can't be poison, was the Switch. I think that was the first console I bought all on my own. And even then I used a credit card like a dummy. So yeah, I had the Nintendo Wii, and that got me to the point where I had that going to college even. I remember talking to my future roommate, and him being like, do you play video games? I was like, yeah, I play video games. And he was like, cool, do you have PlayStation or Xbox? And I had to be like, oh, I have a Nintendo Wii. And the judgment from that I could see in the message. He'd be like, haha, no, really? And eventually in college, with other people having PlayStations and Xboxes, I finally switched to, I sold all of my Wii and the games and bought a PlayStation 3. And I regret that. I regret selling my GameCube. I don't remember selling my GameCube, but I did at some point. And so yeah, then I had a PlayStation 3, and then after college, I joined the PC Master Race. Got a PC, which is it's the same PC I'm using right now, actually. So this thing's like 7, 8 years old. Man. And then I got a Switch. And then, to a big surprise to me, I recently got the Xbox Series X. I never thought I would go back to consoles again after getting a PC, but I'm older now, and PC parts are expensive, and I hate the troubleshooting. I hate when things just don't work, and you have to do that yourself. I know that PC has the better graphics, it has more games, it has cheaper games, all that stuff, but the ease of use to me and Game Pass is just too much to overcome. Having Game Pass, having something that I can just hit, I want to play this game, I want to buy this game and play it, and it just works. That's the deal maker for me. Maybe someday I'll upgrade my PC again, but for now I'm happy. And handheld games. Oh, PlayStation was fun. I got the Call of Duties, I got the Black Opses. I was finally the cool kid who could play the mature games as a college student. Switch, I haven't really played as much of as I thought I would. Just because Nintendo doesn't put those dang games on sale. It's hard for me to justify $60 for games. And now it's my wife's Animal Crossing machine. So that's fun. sweet. I'm gonna get just enough to level it up, I believe. Handheld games. I had the special edition Pokemon Yellow Game Boy Color. It was all yellow Game Boy with a little Jigglypuff and a Pikachu on it, and the little power light that would turn red when your batteries were low was a Pokeball. And I never knew what happened to that as an adult. I just forgot. So I asked my mom one day, and she said, "Oh, you brought it to school one day, and then you went to your locker and it was gone. Someone stole it! Someone stole it from me. Can you believe that?" Oh man, story time, story time, story time. Another reason I never finished Pokemon Yellow. I can't believe it took me this long to remember this. Geodude fainted, it's dead. I had Pokemon Yellow, and I let a friend borrow it on recess. I had been like, I'm gonna take a drink of water. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick.